Hey folks, just come in this afternoon, me and Miss Polly. We took and we loaded up the pigs. They're going to the processor tomorrow. Thought I'd take you guys along, kind of show you some upgrades I did to the trailer here. Hopefully this means no more flying pigs. We got this piece of horse panel. It's really heavy duty wire panel, bigger than this stuff over here. Up there, use some clips and some self-tappers for now. I'd like to do some more upgrades to it, but this will keep the pigs from flying out. So there they are. We threw them a little bit of feed in there just to get them loaded. Slick loading. We had Winston blocked in there, and then the other two just ran out here. We had the gate open, had another gate right here, and they came out, jumped right in there. They wanted that corn. So see what y'all think. I don't know what they weigh. One of them's a little bit bigger than the other one, but got them loaded. Oh, Winston, we're still trying to decide what we're going to do with her, whether we're going to take and we're going to process her or try to raise babies out of her. Most likely, as big as she is now, we'll probably just process her here in a couple months. So we'll continue feeding her and get her bigger than she is now and have some more pork chops. Alrighty, folks. It's been about a week and a half since we brought the two little pigs over to get them processed. We're here today at Little Colorado Meats. I'm gonna go in here in the office. They're gonna get our cut sheets and everything. We're gonna go over and we're gonna pick up the meat, and I'll show you what we got and what it took and cost us and where we're at. You can buy cheaper meat, but you really don't know how it was raised, and you really don't know how it was cared for and what went into it. So let's go in here and get our cut sheets. We'll follow them over to the freezers, and we'll get our meat. We are out here at the freezers again. This young man here helped us before, and had to pick up a part for the old red truck. See if we can get this meat in here. I don't know how many boxes it'll be. They've got a whole line of freezers down through here. And this is where they cut their meat, keep it, it's like below, it's -5 in there. So 5 below 0, yeah. We're just outside of Eager, Arizona. Pretty nice. It's about 80-something miles. We're about 80 miles from just about anywhere from the house. But we sure are glad to be able to come down here and to get our meat processed here. Wish I had a place to do it. I could do it myself, but I just don't have the infrastructure to get it done. So you got to pay for what you don't have. This is our sausage. 1 hog, 2 boxes. So we got most of this in grind. We got half sausage and just half ground pork. We eat a lot of ground pork, just like hamburger. Cute little tenderloin. I love cooking those on the grill. And then here's some cute little pork chops. Pretty good little pork chops. 4 little bitty old pork chops. They weren't big pigs. And those types of pigs, like I said before, they're mixed pigs. They don't make as much. You can see here's breakfast sausage. And when sausage is now $4, $5, $6 a pound, you can see just right here, this is all sausage. It's well worth the money. And there's nothing like this homegrown pork chops. Like I said, we got most of this in grind and ribs. Just look at the marbling and the fat in that. really good meat. We're going to get it, put it in the freezer, and we'll take and see how many pounds we ended up with. Alrighty, guys. So I was just doing a little bit of math here. Miss Polly is going to a secondhand store. So I'm in here in the car just doing some math. And I wanted to show you guys, I really like how they do their cut sheet. Tells you just exactly what you got. We started out with just under 200 pounds of hanging weight. It was like, that one was 96 and the other one was like 92 hanging weight. And this is what you get after they debone and everything. And we got a lot of ground pork, so and pork sausage, so we ended up with quite a bit of deboned, and bone is heavy, especially when they're big bones. So we've got 4 pork belly, and that's your bacon. This is not it's not sliced, it's not seasoned or cured. It's just pork belly. We slice it, we salt it, and we cook it, and it is awesome. So we got 4 of those. We got 4 of the country style ribs. That's your shoulder. We didn't want any roast. We're not really big on pork roast. If we're doing like cabbage or something like that, we want to slow cook it off the bone, we'll do that. But we've still got roast in the freezer from last time, so we're not real big on the roast. We eat more of the pork chops, of course, and then ground pork. So here's our pork chops. We ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is just a cut sheet for 1 hog. So we ended up with 7 on this hog. 8 pounds of that. We got spare ribs. We ended up with 1.6 pounds in 2 packages. 2 tenderloins. They ended up being just under 1 pound, 0.75. And this is all our ground pork. And you can see down here at the bottom of the page with our sausage, we got 21 pounds of sausage. So not too bad. 53.02 on this hog. Second hog, same way. Those are half of pork bellies is what those are. And you can see it ended up about 7 pounds of that. 5 pounds of the pork ribs. The pork chops, 10 pounds off of this hog. A little bit bigger hog, so got a little bit more out of it. 10 pounds of pork chops. We got spare ribs. Only 1 package of tenderloin. The tenderloins are real small on this pig. I'm thinking that's the smaller pig. And that's all of our ground pork there. We got 8 pounds of that, a little over. And then our breakfast sausage, we got 22 pounds of 22 packages of breakfast sausage, right at 22 pounds. So this hog weighed 56.66. So we had a total of 109.68 in meat coming back to us. Now, I did the math, and we had the pigs 41 days. We castrated them pretty quick right after we got them. Gave them time to heal up. It cost us right at $3.71 a day to feed them. That's everything figured in. So for the 41 days, it cost us $152.11. And you can see there, that was processing fees was $464.28. So we add that together, the 41 days at $152.11, we ended up with $616.39 for 109 pounds, just under 110 pounds. And so it worked out to $5.62 a pound. Not too bad for homegrown pork, which is it's redder meat, it's more marbled meat, and we know what went into it. And in today's market, you don't know what you're buying. You don't know what you're buying at the store. You don't know how long it's been butchered. You don't know none of the conditions it's been in. We have bought meat at some of the bigger box stores, and I'm going to tell you, it went bad before we could take and get it home. So this stuff here, a whole lot better product. and it's a whole lot more tender product, and just overall, just the taste and the quality of meat is so much better. Okay, guys, I did some math. I went by, of course, Google, just looking at some of the big name box stores where you can go buy groceries. And what you have to take and you have to look at is what it's bringing now. It's not about what you can get it on sale for or anything like that. What's the meat going to cost you right now today? I have almost 110 pounds of meat right now in the back of this car. If I went to the store and bought 110 pounds of meat, what would it cost me? And it was $607.49 at a big name box store. You can look it up online, and yeah, you might be able to find it cheaper in your area, but where we're at, everything's higher than it is everywhere else. So it was a difference of just less than $9 that we paid. There's our ending price, $616 for these two hogs. 39 big name box store, $607.49. So pretty good deal, especially considering that we know where these hogs were born at, we know how they were raised, and we handled everything in between. We know where our food came from. And the quality of meat, I'm not kidding you, if you've never had homegrown pork chops, the quality is just indescribable. Our pork chops are marbled compared to, you go to a big name box store and you get a pork chop, and after you cook it, it's white and it's just stringy and dry, and you got to do all kinds of stuff to make it taste good. These pork chops right here, all you need is some salt and pepper, and trust me, they taste good. They've got a lot of fat on them, and they've got marbling in them. Just really good quality meat, even though they were mixed hogs. They were not, commercial pigs. But I think that's what makes them so good. We call it hybrid vigor. The quality of meat's just so much better, and what we feed them is a lot better than what they're getting in other places. These big name processors out there, you can go and you can look and see how their pork is raised. They're raised in crates, they're raised in barns, they're raised in really tight, cramped places. And I got nothing against the farmers out there raising hogs. It's just we prefer to raise our own meat. And a lot of times out here where we're at, you can't get stuff. They don't have it. It's just one of the oddities of living where we live. When they have it, you can buy it, but if they don't have it, you can't buy it. And I always tell people, we're only one catastrophe, one incident away from being in a famine. It only takes 3 days to be totally sold out of everything in the supermarket. They get 2 or 3 trucks. I used to work for a big name box store. We got a truck every day. We got what was called a super truck every other day, and we were constantly running out of stuff. So it took a truck every day plus a super truck every day just to keep the shelves full to where they could service the people. And out here, you're pulling from 4 different states. No matter where you shop at, there's people coming from 4 different states. They're coming from 5 or 6 different counties, and they're all coming 80 to 100 miles away to shop at that store. So that's what your rate of stock has to match. And if you have a interstate shutdown, you have a train derailment, you have any kind of incident, you can be without food pretty quick out here. Our stations run out of fuel. Our stores run out of all the essentials very often. And if we didn't have them on stock at our house, if we didn't have them in our pantry, we didn't have it in our freezer, we just wouldn't have it. So that's one of the upsides to raising your own meat. If I had to, I could process these myself and save a bunch of money. I don't have the infrastructure for it. But if I was hungry and I needed to, I could. I have that skill set, and I could butcher out one of these hogs, no problem. So that's why we keep them around. If worst comes to worst, I can go out there, I can butcher the hog myself, and we'll have meat, and our neighbors will have meat, and our family will have meat, because we'll share it around, so it doesn't go bad. But that's the way it is when you live in the middle of nowhere. So we beat, you know, we beat the odds a lot of times because of how prepared we are. And to only be, you know, $9 difference between us and the big box store, I'll take the way we do it any day. Okay, guys, this is what's left of our pigs. We've got some roasts. This is the 2 sheep that we just got just a while ago. We have ribs, and we've got a lot of this green chili lamb sausage. It's really good in stews. We've got some leg of lamb steaks, and then we've got just a few of our lamb chops. What we're going to be putting in here today is all of our pork. And I want to put mostly sausage down the bottom. This is pork sausage. So we'll just take and start stacking it right down at the bottom. But I want to show you while we're doing this, the marbling and the fat that is in these pork chops. I mean, these are so good. They're so tasty because of the fat. Fat's where the taste is at. Check out the marbling that's in these. So good. So tasty. Look how tender these ribs are. So we're going to get this stuff in the freezer, and hopefully it'll fill it up. Okay, guys, these are small hogs, but this is your bacon. This is how you'd get it from them. We just slice it and season it. It's not cured, it's just frozen. They call it pork belly. You can season it yourself. You can cure it yourself. There's tons of people who show how to do that. We just slice it and eat it. It's so good. Really good fresh pork belly. We've got 8 of those, and they're all pretty small. The last ones we had were really thick, a lot of fat, but they used a lot of the fat in our pork sausage. We got 40 pounds of it all together, a little over. Then our ground pork. So they used a lot of the fat off of the pork belly for that. And freezer's filling up. We still got a lot to put in here. Okay, guys, we got the freezer full. We pulled out some lamb ribs that Polly's gonna take with her. She's going to go do a deal with her sisters. So she's taking some mutton up there. Mutton is about $12 a pound. We come out better on our mutton when we get it processed than we do our hogs, because mutton is more expensive, but it's all good. So here we got almost a freezer full again. Of course, we got some old store-bought hamburgers in here, but everything else is stuff we raised. So we're good now for what? About another month?
About a month.
This is about a month's worth of food here, maybe a little more. At least 30 days of eating. We eat a lot of meat. And we're not the only ones eating it. Anna over here, it's at her house, so she eats it. And it's good food. Homegrown. We got it all in here, and now it's time for us to go home and work on a truck. All righty, folks. Here is the pork chop. We've tried some tonight. We just brought it home today, and look at that pork chop. I mean, man, and it is tasty. I'm here to tell you, just some salt and pepper, and man, what a tasty pork chop. So good. Check it out. Nothing beats homegrown pork. So until next time, trust in the Lord and do good. live off the land, enjoy the bounty of it. We'll see you later.